Dr. Paul O'Hara, Assistant Professor of History. And with St. Patrick's Day coming up, could you tell us a little about the history of the holiday?
Well, St. Patrick's Day is it's the feast day of St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. And as such, it's long had religious meaning. As a celebration within the U.S., it dates back to as early as the 1790s, with associations like the Society for the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick. These were essentially businessmen who held banquets and dinners and toasts. But St. Patrick's Day as a public holiday really dates from the 1850s, because it is born out of the immigrant experience. It is about the famine Irish and the way in which they attempted to carve out a place for themselves in the city streets of the U.S., the way in which to build really an imagined community, to find a sense of people like themselves.
Okay.
The key to St. Patrick's Day in the U.S. is the parade. This is a cultural performance. This is a way in which the Irish go out into the streets. It's a show of force. Okay. It's a show of unity. It's a way to claim a kind of nationality and identity.
Is that why it's so popular in this country?
It is, yeah, because it's very much a public holiday. And in the 19th century, that served an important purpose because it countered the Victorian holidays of Christmas and Thanksgiving, which were very domestic and private. They were done in the home with family. This is a public holiday, and you take to the streets and you show yourself in the streets.
And so everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's
Everyone
Day.
is Irish, and well, in the 19th century, no, it was very much antagonistic. Indeed, in the 1870s, there are a series of riots. Parades create conflict. I mean, you take to the streets not just to parade, but to battle. And then, as Irish nationalism emerged in the second half of the 19th century in Ireland, this effort to build a nationalist sense, Catholic and Republican, there's a reverse diaspora that Irish American traditions, particularly St. Patrick traditions, then come back to Ireland. And so the Irish holiday of St. Patrick's Day becomes more Americanized as a kind of show of unity and a show of Irish nationalism and a show of strength.
What about the significance of green, the green color?
This is Irish nationalism. In particular, it's Irish Catholic nationalism. It is in the 1870s, for instance, the conflicts were between Irish Catholics who would celebrate St. Patrick's Day and Irish Protestants who would celebrate the commemoration of the Battle of the Boyne. And so the green and the orange become signifiers of just what kind of Irish you are, with really the triumph of Irish Catholicism in the U.S. and also as Irish nationalism in Ireland. Green becomes this identifier of that particular form of Irishness. And again, it very much serves this public presence, right? You're out and about identifying yourself with the wearing of the green.
And with your last name of O'Hara, will you be celebrating St. Patrick's Day next week?
Probably do a little bit of something to be out, maybe catch the parade as an observer, not a participant, which is very different from the 19th century, which is all about taking part, being part of the parade. Thank you.
Great.